And all right, we should be live. So everyone in the chat, hello, hello, hello. We are live. Please refresh your page. Again, we are live. Please refresh your page. So just a quick request from everyone watching this webinar. Could you let us know in the chat when you can see us and hear us? Again, please let us know in the chat when you can see us and hear us. Now, I actually ask this because I had a terrible experience once upon a time.
Oh, no.
Katie, did I ever tell you about this?
I don't think so.
Well, it was one of my first ever webinars, and I thought that everything was going really well. Then I hop back into the chat after everyone saying, like, your microphone is broken, you're sharing the wrong screen. So I always ask at the beginning, it looks like everyone can see and hear us. Awesome. So hey, everyone, I'm Cameron.
Hello, and I'm Katie.
And thanks for joining us for this webinar today. Now, some of you were doing this before, but could you let us know in the chat where in the world you are joining us from? So let us know in the chat where in the world you're joining us from. We get people here from all over the world, 4, 5, even 6 different continents. And even before I asked this, we already had people from Austin, London, New Jersey, New Orleans, San Diego, Poland. And answers are pouring in. You seeing this, Jess? Sorry, Katie, jeez.
I am there. Oh, Cheshire, England. Hello, Helen. We've got people from Austin, Texas, London, UK. Oh, hi, everyone. Philadelphia, Greece, Turkey, Mexico City. Rachel says Vegas, baby. Love it. South Africa, Phoenix, Maryland, South Africa. Oh my God, San Francisco, they're coming in too quickly. Nigeria, France, Orlando, Wyoming, Russia, San Diego, Italy, Miami, crikey, Palm Desert, Virginia, quite a few places. Thank you so much, guys. That is
amazing.
Awesome.
We have people, and the answers are still coming in, but wherever in the world you are joining us from, welcome, ciao, bienvenue, bem-vindo, willkommen. I don't know how to say more languages than that, but thank you so much for coming. We are joining you live from New York City. So shout out to all the New Yorkers there. So it is 2:02 p.m. here in New York City, actually 2:03 p.m. So I think we should go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen with everyone.
As you do that, we just had India chime in.
Ooh.
The whole of India.
Oh, wow, amazing. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen with everyone.
Oh, and Netherlands.
Ooh,
Sorry, I'll
there they
stop
are.
because they will just keep coming in.
You'll never stop with these Netherlands. I'm just going to share my screen now. Just going to launch my PowerPoint. And all right, hello everyone, and thank you again for joining us for this week's workshop. Now, the full name of this workshop is How to Create Your Own Online School and Online Courses This Week Using Teachable, but we like to call this the Quick Start webinar because this is where you are going to learn how to get started quickly. We're going to bend that learning curve for you. We're going to show you just how easy this can be. Now, I hope you're excited because I know I am. Now, let's get started. Now, you're here with us today for a reason. You're here because you're interested in online courses and what you can do with them. But you should be asking some other important questions here, like, who is this webinar built for? Who did we have in mind when we created it? And who's going to get the most out of this webinar from attending it? Well, first and foremost, if you love standing in conference rooms looking very excited, this will be perfect for you. But seriously, folks, if you've heard of online courses and you think that they might be a great way to monetize your knowledge or expertise, or you're interested in building your audience or brand online, this training will be perfect for you. Now, next, if you're somebody who already has a business, whether that's online or offline, and you're looking for a way to expand this business with online training, then this webinar will be perfect for you because online courses or memberships are a fantastic way to scale your business, to improve your engagement or add a new revenue stream, and I'll walk you through exactly how you can do this. And then finally, if you're already an expert, if you already have a course or a membership somewhere, and you're looking for a platform that will help you make more money, work more efficiently, and provide a better experience for your students, then I think that Teachable and this webinar will be perfect for you. Oh, now before I go any further, just a quick tech tip for everyone in the audience. If you're seeing anything be blurry or hard to read or out of focus, there's a very easy fix. Just go ahead, mouse over the video, click the gear icon on the bottom right, then change the resolution to 720p HD. Again, if you're seeing this presentation be blurry, all you have to do is mouse over the video, click the gear on the bottom right, change the resolution to 720p HD, and everything should be crystal clear. Oh, now at this point, I do want to make 2 quick but important promises to everyone watching this webinar today. Now, the first is that in the next 60 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how you can create and sell your own online courses using Teachable. Now, that doesn't sound like that much time, but you haven't seen just how easy Teachable is. Now, the second promise I'll make is that this webinar will be completely upfront and transparent. So no tricks, no gimmicks, no surprise sales pitches. Now, I respect you and I respect your time and attention, and that's why I'll tell you right now that at the end of the webinar, there will be an opportunity to sign up. But it's not mandatory, and all the info is free. Now, I want to tell you this in advance, that you don't feel like I'm surprising you at the end with a sales pitch. You've given us your time, and we want to respect that. So even though there will be a special offer at the end, and I would encourage you to sign up for it, it's not mandatory, and all the info is free. Now, if you're anything like me, when you come to a webinar, you want to know exactly what you're getting into. You want to know what the game plan is, what we'll be covering, or in teacher terms, what's on the syllabus. So first and foremost, we're going to have a live demo showing you exactly how you can use Teachable to create your own online courses. Then we're going to talk about something incredibly important, how Teachable isn't just the easiest way to build your online courses, it's the easiest way to actually start making money from them. It takes about 10 seconds to set up payments in Teachable. No mess, no fuss, no adding bank accounts, it all just works, and I'll show you how. We're going to talk about then how you can get this all started today. Now, the main word in that sentence is today, because creating an online course sounds like a big project, something that you should, you'll tackle it later. You're going to get around to it next week, or you swear you're going to start it soon. It's so easy to put it off if you don't know how easy it is to get started. And I'll show you how simple this can really be. And finally, really important, we're going to go over some real-life case studies of regular people and small businesses who have used Teachable to generate thousands of dollars in monthly course sales from their first online courses, even if they didn't have a massive audience. And I'm serious when I say regular people. These were folks who wrote blogs, had YouTube channels, they put out ebooks, had a podcast, or they were small businessmen, and they found Teachable was the platform to unlock their success. Now, just a heads up, you're really going to want to take some notes. I know it's 2019 and we're surrounded by gadgets and gizmos, but it's been scientifically proven by science that writing something down by hand is the best way to remember it. So look around you, grab a pen and paper, and jot down some notes. You're not going to regret it. But don't put your keyboards away, because I actually have a quick poll for everyone in the chat. Just let me know the answer to this question. Who here has created an online course using Teachable? If you have, give me a yes. If you haven't, give me a no. If you feel like saying maybe, you can say that too. This helps me tailor the webinar to you. So if I see more, yeses, I'll spend more time on the advanced stuff. If I see more no's, I'll spend more time on the advanced tips and tricks. And sorry, that was
I was moving the microphone.
The microphone adjusting sound. Sorry about that, folks. So let me know in the chat. Are you yes, no? Have you already created one? Are you in the process? Katie, what kind of answers are you seeing here?
We've got Julia saying no. Melissa, Wesley, Tiffany, Jess, Jessie, Shailene all saying no. Vicky says working on it now. And Kerry says a sample test to the platform. Majority of people are saying no, and there are a few yeses. Rachel says not yet as well. And Beth is in the process. So is KL Allen.
And I like Billy Go Guitar says, never done this before, but I'm ready.
Oh,
all right,
nice.
I appreciate that. So thanks so much for your answers there. So basically, based off of what I'm seeing there, it was mostly no's, but a few yeses. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend most of the time at the beginning going over the basics, but I'll spend some time at the end in the Q&A going over the advanced stuff. And now, it's time, what you've all been waiting for. It's time to meet your presenters. Hey everyone, that's me over on the left. I'm Cameron. I work in sales, but I started off in our customer support team, which means I've helped everyone from individuals to big businesses get started teaching online. And on the right, we have the incredible, the indomitable, the unstoppable Katie.
Hi guys, hi, I'm Katie Scott and I'm an account manager here at Teachable. I'll be in the chat, so please feel free to ask any questions, and we will also have a live Q&A at the end. So if I don't get around to you, I promise we will.
But Teachable isn't just me and Katie. Teachable, everything is Teachable. And on the Teachable platform, we have seen millions, rather tens of millions of students learning from thousands of active courses taught by tens of thousands of instructors. And those instructors have earned more than $200 million on Teachable. And what's exciting is that, we have so many different types of people and courses on the platform. This includes the big names, people like Pat Flynn, Seth Godin, New York Times bestselling authors. And speaking of the New York Times, they use Teachable for their own online courses as well. But the most exciting part about this to us at Teachable, is that the people getting the best results aren't just the big businesses and the well-known names. It's people teaching card magic or mushroom expertise or personal branding or being a better tour guide or watercolor painting or blacksmithing or profitable podcasting or this guy. His name is Alan Perlman, and he attended one of these webinars. Then a couple of weeks later, he launched the course he'd wanted to build for ages about how to get certified as a drone pilot. But when he found Teachable, he was able to get it up and running in weeks. Now, since then, the best part is that he has scaled his business to multiple six figures and left his day job. So I'm actually curious, now that you've seen some examples of course topics, let me know in the chat, what ideas do you have for course topics? When I first started Teachable, I thought that the only thing you could teach online was, computer science or how to make money. But in the chat right now, kind of curious to hear, what are you planning on teaching? What are your examples of, what topics you are going to be teaching? And Katie, are you seeing some answers start to come in here?
I know they certainly will, because people have been pretty quick to jump in the chat, which is awesome. But yeah, I love to see the different variety of courses that people have, or even the ideas that they're going to come up with. So we've got development, we've got foreign languages, which is a massive one, history, functional programming. We've also got beekeeping, self-love, personal development for mums, childhood development, health and fitness. How to get a job at Teachable. I'll shoot you a link.
We've got a referral bonus, so
we do indeed. Practical learning theory, fitness workout programs, CSS, art and jewelry, cooking. Oh, they really are flying in. User education crafts, JavaScript, photography, programming, stress injury, law studies, management stress. They keep continuing on, but these are all awesome ideas. Thank you, guys.
Amazing. And thank you so much for sharing, everyone. So I hope you didn't put your keyboards away, because I have one more quick request, which is, let's do this. Who wants to see what your school on Teachable could look like? I'm going to show you some of those case studies I mentioned earlier so that you can know what's possible. Now, let me know in the chat, and I love seeing some enthusiasm, so give me a yes, a ya, a si, oui, da, hi, or yes with multiple exclamation points. I love seeing enthusiasm here because it shows me that everyone is still with me and that people are excited to learn. That really is the best part of my job and the best part of doing these webinars, seeing people from all over the world here and excited to learn something new. Katie, are you looking in the chat right now and are you seeing some excitement here?
I'm not even going to try and read all these out because they're coming in so quick, but the general volume is yes, very ready, lots of exclamation points.
KL Allen with maybe the world record of exclamation points over there.
Yeah, but everyone seems very ready. Julia, Linda, Tony, Maria, Alan, William, Chris, Joyce. I can't keep up. Yes, Mohammed's very excited. So is Tiffany. We shall start.
All right, let's go ahead. We have started, but let's dive right in. Let's take a look. At these examples. So the first example that I'd love to show you is a course called The Foundations of Card Magic. And two things I want you to pay attention to here. The first thing is this topic, like card magic. I thought you had to become like a magician's apprentice to learn this or something like that, but I found out that they raised money to build their course on Kickstarter. And they raised something incredible. What was it? $66,500. That's how much money they raised to teach card magic online. So if you think that your topic is a little bit niche, a little bit small, please don't worry, because there's almost certainly still demand for it out there. And the second thing I want you to pay attention to is this beautiful sales page or landing page. This is the page that people come to that convinces them to sign up to the course. So it starts at the top with this beautiful header image with the title of the course, a background, a little bit more info, and then a button to buy it right there. Then it continues. We have this rich description filled with images and text, an instructor biography so that you can establish your authenticity. Then it continues with a full lesson plan, including free previews. Finishes down at the bottom with FAQs to address user concerns, testimonials for social proof, then finally that call to action to get started now for $52. Now, next I want to show you Ultimate Courses. So Ultimate Courses, they sell their courses to businesses. So I want you to pay attention here to the multiple pricing options they have. So when I go to look at one of their courses like Angular JavaScript Fundamentals, I see that I can buy a single license for $129, but they have multiple prices. So they have team licenses for 5 users for $500, 10 users for $900, 20 users for $1,500, and 40 users for $2,500. So they have multiple prices on their course, and they sell to businesses with these licenses. So this is something really cool that you can do built right into Teachable. Now next, I wanted to show you an example of a membership site that's built using Teachable. So a membership site, that means that someone subscribes and they pay you every month or every year to get access to your content. So Dave Cross does this. Dave Cross teaches Photoshop. He's been teaching Photoshop for decades, and he has, at this point, literally hundreds of courses on his Teachable site. Now, if you were to buy all of these individually, it would cost you like a lot of money, like how much? Of $4,400. That's how much it would cost to buy them all. But instead, you can get a subscription where you get a membership for $19 a month or $189 a year. Now, after this, I want to show you Stack Skills. Now, they're a great example of a course marketplace. So, for instance, what that means is that they have other people contributing courses to their site, and then Teachable handles all of the back office work automatically. So for instance, they have a course on here by Tanner Pontius. It's an intro to HTML course. And what happens when somebody buys this course for $25, Teachable will automatically split up their revenue. So Stack Skills will get some of the revenue, the Tanner will get some of the revenue, and we will automatically handle all the tax stuff and back office work that goes along with it. So if you want to have other people, whether business partners, friends, or other people in your space, contribute courses and have Teachable pay them for you, well, we'll automatically take care of that for you. Now, next, I want to show you Soema. So Soema is a great example of a course on Teachable that's entirely in another language. In this case, entièrement en français. Everything is in French. So this means not just the courses themselves. So if you want to create a successful startup, you would sign up for the course, which is Créer une startup à succès, but the interface as well. So for instance, instead of clicking login, you click on connexion. Instead of putting in my email address, I put in my adresse électronique. Instead of my password, I put my mot de passe. So no matter what language you want to teach in, your students will be able to learn in that language. And then finally, I wanted to show you HealBright. HealBright is a mental health and wellness training school, and they sell their courses to businesses. So what they've done is they've built this beautiful background video. They've made customizations to their site to change the look and feel. They've even built out custom pages, like this page for businesses that want to buy courses for their employees. So Teachable looks and works great out of the box, but if you want to dive in and really do some deep customization, with Teachable, you can do that as well. So now let's go ahead, let's dive in, and let's build a course together. Now, please don't do this at the same time. You just pay attention, follow along, and take notes, and that way you won't miss anything. So I'm going to start by going to teachable.com, and I'm just going to put in my email address. I'm just going to do Cam Quickstart, and today is, what is it today? 41419 at teachable.com. So I'm going to click get started. Actually, it's 418. I can't remember the date, whatever. As you can tell, this is live. So I'm just going to put in my full name here, Cameron Mattis. But I'm on Instagram because I'm a good millennial, so you can find me at Cameron Mattis. Now, the cool thing is we already put in the email from the last place, so I just need to pick a password. So I'll just do something very boring. Just don't do something you've used on other sites. It's not good security. So I just click create. I'm almost done. Now I just need to name my course website. So this is what we call your school. It's the website that holds your courses. So I'm just going to call this something boring because you can change it at any time. So I'll do Teachable Quickstart. So I click create new school, and that's it. Now my school has actually been created now, and this Teachable is automatically filling this out for me. So as soon as I fill out that form, my school has been created, and I just need to add the content. And we walk you through everything you need to do, from signing up for our webinar, to creating a course, to customize the look and feel, to setting up our domain name. And hey, guess what? You've already done the first thing here. So you can go ahead and check that off your list. You're done. You don't need to register for the webinar. So let's dive in instead to the second part. Let's go ahead and create a course. Now, important question for the audience today. What should we be teaching? So let us know in the chat, what should we be teaching on Teachable today? Give me something funny. I'm sure there are some real comedians in the chat, so give me your funniest ideas for what we should be teaching. We've done like underwater basket weaving, how to train your dragon, how to lead a webinar without any tech issues. So let me know in the chat what we should be teaching. Give me your funniest ideas. And Katie, are you seeing some kind of cute ideas in the chat over here?
Oh yeah, I definitely know that we are. Sorry, I was just typing away. Like a mad woman there. Yes, so we've got a few ideas. We've got Ruben saying goat yoga, which actually I didn't realize is a real thing until the other day. Pokemon catching. Oh, that kind of died down.
Ooh.
Improve for actors. How to herd kittens. I like that one. How to survive your job you hate. Oh, that's tough. Black hole.
Resort rental.
Centaurs. How to create a course bundle, superhero school, very cool. Blowing bubbles. I really like the, where's it gone? The goat yoga.
Ooh, goat yoga. Yeah. So that was by Ruben. So congratulations, Ruben. Ding, 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 ding. You are our winner, and you actually win nothing. But huge congrats. Look out for your non-existent prize in the mail in like 10 years or so. So I'm just going to name this after you, though, as a little bit of a prize. So I'm going to call this Ruben's Guide to Goat Yoga. And then a course subtitle, a little bit more info, so you tell people about it. So everything you've always wanted to know about doing yoga with goats. Fantastic. And who is this course by? Well, it's by me, Cameron Mattis, at Cameron Mattis. Sorry, Ruben, I'm taking your credit. So I'm going to click Create Course. And now my course has been created, and I just need to start filling out content for it. So in Teachable, we use the terminology sections and lectures, as a heads up. So when we say sections and lectures, a course is divided into sections, and sections are divided into lectures. So think of this like chapters and pages in a book. A book is divided into chapters, and chapters are divided into pages. So again, in a course, courses are divided into sections, and sections are divided into lectures. Now, your content actually goes in the lectures, okay? That's where your pages are. Your sections just organize them. So you might have an intro section, a middle section, an end section, each of which has a few lectures with pieces of content. So we have a section created for us by default. So I'm just going to go ahead and start adding some content into it. So I'm going to click New Lecture, and I'm going to call this... what should I say? A lecture 1, let's say. Lecture 1. Goats are fun. Fantastic. So now that I've done that, let's start by adding some content. So I'm going to do some video content first. So I'm going to go to my computer, and I'm going to drag and drop in a video file. Now, you don't need to have video in your course, but I highly recommend it because people engage better with video than they do with other types of content. So I've added in this video. Now I want to add in, how about like a PDF, okay? So I'm gonna go to my computer, and I'm going to drag in a PDF. So let me go to my computer and drag one in. And in just a couple of seconds, we've got a PDF uploaded. So I've added video, I've added PDF. Now, how about some text, okay? So I'm just gonna go to my text editor. And back in the day, if I wanted to edit text on the internet, I would have to use HTML, ooh, very spooky HTML. With Teachable, that's not the case. If I want to edit my course on Teachable, my text on Teachable, it's super easy. If I want to make something bold, I select it and I hit the bold button. If I want to make something italic, I select it and I hit the italic button. If I want to link something to google.com, I select it, hit the link button, insert a link to google.com, and I can even have this open in a new tab when someone clicks. We give you all these options. So when I save this, I see that I've got a few different types of content here. I've got this video block. I've got this PDF. I've got this PDF block. I've got this text block. And all of these are draggable, droppable, rearrangeable. So I can move my text up to the top, maybe I'll move my video around, I might move my PDF over here. So you can do anything that you need by dragging and dropping, and you have our options here to edit things and do things like add captions to videos, make PDFs downloadable. So we give you all the options and control right on this page. And yeah, Mahmoud, I just showed you how to do that. So we've added a bunch of different types of content to this lecture, and I think it's looking pretty good. So I'm just gonna publish this, and I'm gonna move on. Now, in my next lecture, what I'd like to do, I'd like to add, how about a quiz and then some comments and discussions. So I'm going to go ahead. And click New Lecture, and let me call this a lecture to goats and you. Very good. So what will I do here? First, like I said, I'm going to add some comments and discussion. Now, back in the day, if I wanted to add comments and discussion to an online course, I would need to pay and integrate with a third-party platform, or I would need to do custom coding. With Teachable, let me show you how long it takes to set up comments and discussions. Literally one click. That's how long it takes to set this up. It is seriously that easy. Now you can turn these on any page, on the beginning page, on pages at the end. However you want to do this, it's entirely your decision. So next, what I want to do, I want to add a quick quiz. So our quizzes are great. They're simple, multiple choice, true, false, or multiple answer questions. If you want to do short answer or fill in the blank, stuff like that, we also integrate with all the major tools on the market. So let me just start this off. I'll say, who is presenting? And the correct answer would be Katie and Cam. Incorrect answer would be David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. And the third one would be the White Walkers. I'm a little bit excited about Game of Thrones, so sorry about that. So that's who is presenting. Now let me do, is this, this is a great webinar? And I'll do a true false here. So the correct answer will be true, and the incorrect answer will be false. And then finally, I'll do a multiple answer. So which of these are Game of Thrones characters? So one correct answer would be Danny. An incorrect answer would be Ronald McDonald. Another incorrect answer would be my friend Dave. And a correct answer would be Jon Snow. There we go. So in just a couple of seconds, I've added a quiz. I've added some comments and discussions. So this is looking good, and I'm ready to move forward. So I'm going to publish this, and I'm going to move on. So I'm moving at a good clip here. I've already added 2 different types of content and a bunch of different lectures. So 2 different lectures, with a bunch of different types of content. But what if this isn't fast enough for me? What if I already have a bunch of content ready on my computer, and I just want to I want to upload a bunch of content at once. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click bulk upload. And then from my computer, I'm just going to select, I've got a bunch of video files here, 7 different video files. So I'm just going to drag and drop all of them in. And I'm going to click upload, and the system will automatically import them all, analyze them, process them, and then we'll create a new lecture for every single video that I just added. So in about 10 seconds, I was able to set up a really fantastic lecture, an okay lecture, my personal favorite lecture, my best lecture ever, and a fantastic lecture, as well as a super duper lecture and an incredible lecture as well. And the cool thing is that, just like how inside the course, I'm able to drag and drop and rearrange the content, that's the same thing for the course itself. So I can take an okay lecture and I can move it up to the first section. I can drag my personal favorite lecture and move it down to here. And good question from Jeffrey. If you want to sell your course, but you want people to be able to see the first part of it for free, guess what? We have a free preview. So if I just click the eyeball icon next to these lectures, people will be able to look at it without buying, okay? And the nice thing is, Rachel says, who hosts the videos? Is it a YouTube link? Rachel, we host the videos ourselves. So you don't need to put them on YouTube, don't need to upload them anywhere else. You just upload them straight to us. All right, so this is looking good. So now I'm going to move on to my favorite part, which is adding a price. Now, people ask me all the time on Teachable, Cameron, how do I price my course? Cameron, how do I set my course price? Give me the magic number. People want a magic number. People want me to say, set your course price to be $147 and you'll be an instant millionaire. But there's no such thing as a magic number. Instead, there's 2 things I recommend you do. Number 1, give your users ways to pay you more. And then number 2, give your users multiple ways to pay you. So give your users ways to pay you more and give your users multiple ways to pay you. It doesn't sound complicated, but you would be amazed how few people actually go through this. But luckily, Teachable makes it easy. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to start off. You have a few different pricing types on Teachable, from subscriptions, payment plans, one-time purchases, or free courses. But I'll start off with a one-time purchase. You can set all of these, by the way, in any currency. But for me, I'm just going to do dollars for here. So I'll set this to $299. I'm going to click add pricing, and boom, you can now go buy this course for $299. It was literally that easy. There's nothing I had to do other than add a price, and someone can go buy this course right now. It really is that simple. Okay, so I've added this, I call it one-time purchase and paid course, but I'm going to change the name of this. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to call this the Basic Edition. So Basic Edition. And I'm going to say that this includes only the course. Now, why am I doing that? Because remember the first rule, give your users ways to pay you more. So I'm going to add another one-time purchase. I'm going to set the amount again in dollars to be $899. Call this the VIP edition. I'm going to say includes a course plus some one-on-one private training. So I've added a basic edition, I've added a VIP edition, and now I'm going to add a payment plan. So instead of paying me $300 for the course, I'm instead going to offer people to allow me to pay in 3 monthly payments of $119. I'm going to call this the payment plan over time, and I'm going to say select this option to pay over time. So you're going to see that people, when they buy this, they end up paying me more because over 3 months, this ends up at $360, which is more expensive than $300. So in just a couple of minutes, I've already added a bunch of different types of pricing, and we're basically ready to get started. So I'm going to publish this course, and I'm going to move on after I do some customization. So first thing, I'm going to add an image to this course to represent it around the site. And everywhere you add an image in Teachable, we give you a library of royalty-free stock images for you to use. So in this course about yoga, I might go and use this beautiful field because people in this field probably also do yoga. All right, so I've added this thumbnail. Now I'll add a promo video. This is like a video that people can watch before they actually buy the course. It's to convince them to sign up. So I'm gonna go to my computer, I'll put in a little promo video and I'll upload that. And there we go, we've added our promo video as well. So now I wanna show you a new feature we have. So when I was setting up my courses, especially if you're doing internal training or you're giving certificates or you're doing anything compliant, or you want people to have to go through this in order, we've got these new compliance settings. These are only available on our pro plan. So for instance, I can check this box, and now students, they have to go through it in order. They can't just bounce around the course. Now I check this box, and students now have to watch all of the video before they move forward in addition. And finally, I can check this box, and this is my quiz settings. So I'll set that people have to get a minimum grade of 50% on quizzes to move forward, and if they fail, they can retake it up to, I'll do 3 times they can retake it. And I'll save that, and we're all set there. So now I'm going to show you one of my favorite things, which is when someone finishes this course, I can give them an automatic certificate. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new certificate. And these are, again, only available on our pro plan. I can create a custom one. I can create a custom one using our beautiful builder, or I can use a built-in template. So I'm going to use one of the templates and just do a little bit of light customization from here. So we have Teachable Quickstart, Certificate of Graduation. So I'm going to upload a logo. I think I have a logo on this computer, so I'll put in a logo file here and upload that. And then I have the text here, and I need a signature, so I'm going to change the signature to a picture of Katie's face, because unfortunately I don't have a picture of my signature on this computer. So I've added that as well. And for the design, I can change, some colors, like I'll do a little bit of this color over there. All right, that's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this and activate it. And now when someone completes the course, they're automatically going to get a certificate, okay? Really, really exciting. So my favorite part of this as well is that when you set up this course on Teachable, we automatically build for you a sales page, a checkout page, and a thank you page, okay? So the sales page is where people go and they find out about your course and they decide to buy it. And remember those beautiful checkout sales pages we were looking at before? Well, we just created one ourselves just by adding the content to the course. As we add content, the sales page gets created for us, and we just have to customize it. So let me just add a beautiful image, the background here. All right, I've added an image and it's looking good. And again, I want to show you that Teachable thinks about the little things. Do you see how this white text is hard to read here? We have a built-in slider so that you can darken the background to read the text. Now we have a course description, so I'll type up a little bit of a description for this course, and in the middle of the description, I'll even put in an image just to break up the big chunks of text. So I'll put this in as well. So I've added a description. And now on the sales page, I'm pretty much done with this. I might edit our author bio a little bit to tell the world a little bit about me. Very exciting how I got into this, and I'll even add a picture for myself. I'll use my coworker's picture, Ryan, so I'll put him in there as well. So there we go. I'll customize the author bio. I've edited the course description. The last thing I want to do here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a testimonial. Okay. So in the sales page, everything again works on blocks. So I can just click add a new block, and one of the blocks we can add is a testimonial. And so this testimonial, we even pre-write it for you. It says, this is an excellent course, definitely worth checking out. I'm going to say that this is going to be a testimonial from Encore, the CEO of Teachable. So I'll upload a picture of Encore, and I'll put in his info in the testimonial area. So this is from Encore Nagpal. And who is Encore Nagpal? But actually the CEO of Teachable. Very exciting. So our sales page is done, and it's looking beautiful. So I'm going to finish this up. I just want to show you a few quick things. The first is that you might have heard that you need some sort of third-party checkout software, like some sort of funnel thing or some sort of cart, like this cart or that cart or you're a cart or I'm a cart. So on Teachable, you don't need that. We have our own built-in shopping cart. It's the highest converting in the industry. We've got saved payment info, so if someone has bought a Teachable course before, they don't even need to enter their credit card. And you can customize the checkout page, adding testimonials, bullet points, trust badges. You can add whatever you want and make this page look beautiful. And then finally, on the thank you page, again, this part is only on the Pro plan, you can give people upsells. So when someone buys your $20 course, for instance, you can upsell them immediately on your $100 course. Now, when we added this upsell feature a couple of months ago, we were amazed at how quickly it took off, and our users have made more than $1.5 million using our upsells. So there we go. We've created a course. Now let's go ahead and let's customize the look and feel. So I'm going to click customize, and how about I add a logo here? So I'll go to my computer and I'll put in a logo. That's looking good over there. So I've added a logo. Now how about changing the font? So I'm going to click Railway. I'm going to hit save, and now I've changed the font. Or I could change the colors across the entire site, and I can do this by manually picking the colors, or I can even, do one of the built-ins, and I'll actually stick with the built-in because I think it looks really, really nice. And finally, I'm just going to make a quick change on my end. I want the first thing that people see to be the beautiful sales page we built, so I'm making that the home page of the site. So we've created a course, we've customized the look and feel. Now it's time for us to set up our domain name. So when you start off with Teachable, you get a domain that looks like, something.teachable.com. And then when you're on a paid plan, like the Pro plan, you can use a custom domain. A custom domain looks like myacademy.com or courses.myexistingwebsite, something like that. But for me, I'm going to stick with the teachable.com domain. I'm going to confirm it. And we're all set to launch this. So we've created a course, we've customized look and feel, we set up our domain name. So now it's time for us to launch our school. So let's take a look at what we've built. So remember like the beautiful courses that looked like they took forever to build? Well, guess what? We just built this in about 20 minutes. So let's take a look at this sales page here. So welcome to Ruben's Guide to Goat Yoga. Everything you've always wanted to know about doing yoga with goats. We can watch our promo video, which is looking fantastic. We can even buy the course right here, but I want to keep going. I want to read a little bit more. Okay, this sounds interesting. I like it. Oh, here's the instructor bio at Cameron Mattis. Sounds like a good guy. Class curriculum with previews. And then we have Encore saying this is an excellent course, and then FAQs, and finally that call to action down there to get started now. Oh, and the important thing, by the way, is that this is perfectly mobile formatted. So I don't have to go to like some special mobile website. When I go to the site on an iPhone, like what I'm doing right here, the site looks beautiful. There's nothing I have to do, nothing I have to customize. It just works on mobile natively without an issue. And it's the same thing inside the course as well. So when I hop into the course and I'm going through and watching the videos and looking at the PDFs and engaging with the text, if I'm on my mobile device, it works exactly the same, and I can do everything that I do on the desktop on mobile. So no matter what device your users are on, whether they're on their iPhones, iPads, Kindles, potatoes, no matter where your users are coming from and what device they're using, they're going to have an amazing time with Teachable. But guys, I have to say at this point, thank you so much for your incredible patience and your incredible attention while you learned something new about online courses. So at this point, what I want to do, I want to actually have a chance to show you a little bit more of what we have to offer and tell you about something pretty exciting we have going on today. So first of all, congratulations everyone, you've done it. Just like this person, you jumped up and down in front of the yellow wall in a very exciting way. So we're going to get to live Q&A in a second, but let's talk about you first. And my first question here is, what's been your biggest takeaway so far? Let me know in the chat. Often the takeaway is like, oh, I didn't know I could do certificates with Teachable, or I didn't know I could actually create a course in like 20 minutes, or I didn't know that I could upload my content in bulk if I already had it on my computer, or I didn't know that Teachable could automatically handle tax for me in addition. But let me know in the chat, what has been your biggest takeaway so far? I'm kind of curious to hear what people are learning. So Katie, looking in the chat right now, are you seeing people chiming in? Are there people coming in and being like, hey, this was my big takeaway. I learned like some new exciting stuff here. Katie, what are you seeing in the chat? Anyone chiming in with some interesting stuff?
Yes, definitely. We've got Wesley saying drag and drop multiple files. Raphael saying membership. Pricing plans, multiple ways to pay more, the multiple payment options, course compliance is my biggest takeaway. How to make some lectures free, payment option models, monthly payments, multiple language function. Teachable is so robust, multiple ways to pay people. Yeah, a lot of takeaways there, which is awesome.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. And I really appreciate your time and appreciate your attention. But these have been some great takeaways. But what I want your biggest takeaway to be here, is that this is actually possible. Like, you can do this. Just like this gentleman who is jumping over a cliff for some reason. I really hope he's okay. You can do this. But we covered a lot here. So if you feel a little bit like this, it's okay. But here's the thing. At Teachable, we have a little bit of an unfair advantage. We have data. Again, we have tens of thousands of instructors who have taught tens of millions of students and have generated hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, what we found from all these instructors is that there's basically two paths that you can take, and both of them can work, okay? Now, the first path is to do this like it's a couple of years ago. So when there wasn't any info out there, you had to go on this journey yourself, take the learnings from our webinar and our summits, read our blog, take action on your own. So this means a lot of time. This means a lot of trial and error. And this means a lot of you figuring out stuff on your own and just kind of guessing some things. Now, this takes longer, but it's doable. Others have done it, and so I bet that you can too. But I wanted to offer instead the second path. Now, the second path is to follow a proven path and a proven plan from folks who've already done this before and get extra help along the way. Now, this path is typically faster and it's more likely to work because there's accountability and you know that you're following best practices and you don't have to do a bunch of trial and error. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to offer that more hands-on second path for folks who are interested. And if you are already ready, by the way, if you're like, okay, actually, I don't need like the second path stuff. I'm ready to buy Teachable. There should be a button right above the video, like just about now, that should let you buy Teachable. But let me tell you a little bit more. With online courses, what we found is you need the thing on the right first. You need the technology and the tools to make this easy. But the other thing is that you actually need a proven plan to follow from people who have done this. And in order to give you that, what we did is we created a special offer for today. And when you sign up today, you're going to start off by getting our professional plan. This is our main plan. It's $99 a month, or if you want to pay annually up front for the year, it's $79 a month. And this includes everything you need, seriously, from unlimited courses and students to customizability, custom domain, analytics and progress tracking, full e-commerce, email marketing, integrations with all of your providers, in multiple instructors, drip content, instant payments, course compliance, live chat support, certificates. It's all built in and it's all included on our professional plan. And the great thing is that when you're even one of these folks, people who are grossing multiple six figures through Teachable, they still pay us that same $99 a month. Teachable will scale with you and it will scale affordably at a price that makes sense. Now, once you have the tools and the tech to create your course, which Teachable handles, you're going to want a proven step-by-step plan to actually help you launch it. And to help you with that, to put you down that second path, we've created Teachable U. So Teachable U, it's a program that will give you everything you need to create your online courses, earn money, and gain your freedom. Now, what Teachable U is it's an online training program that's designed to take you all the way from choosing the right course topic to launching a course in 90 days or less. Now, if you want to create a course, this is the fastest way to get it done. And here's everything you get in Teachable U, okay? So to start with, the Teachable U curriculum consists of 4 premium trainings that cover the 4 main phases of online course creation. Now, the first training is all about choosing your course topic. So this is for those of you watching this who are like, okay, I'm ready to start, but I need to pick my topic. Like, how do I actually pick what I'm going to teach? So at this training, you're going to come away knowing, our transformation framework, which walks you through how to create the topic. We're going to go over case studies of different course topics so that you can see examples. You're going to learn several techniques that we've used to validate your idea with your audience. And finally, you're going to learn how to name your course to sum up the impact of it beautifully. And from this training, you will feel confident knowing that you have your perfect course topic. Now, the next training is about building your audience. So this is for you in the chat saying like, hey, I don't have an audience yet. Why should I be paying money for this if I don't have an audience? So it turns out what we found is that online courses are one of the best ways out there to build an audience. So this training walks you through how to use an online course to build an audience with everything from mini courses, email courses, 18 other types of content, lead magnets, and mini courses that you can use to get people's email addresses, and a whole lot more. Now, after this training, you will have created an audience of fans who are ready and excited to buy your paid course. Now, the third training is actually about creating your course. Now, today we went over all the nuts and bolts of setting it up on Teachable, but how do you actually build the content? So in this third training, you're going to learn the best method to mapping out and planning your course curriculum without any sort of overwhelm. You're going to learn the 5 main types of course formats you can use to create your course. There's going to be a budget-friendly home studio setup so that you can create videos easily. And we're going to walk you through how to do this in just a few days. Now, after going through this lesson, you will be able to create a professional, high-impact course that you'll be proud of, and you'll be easily able to put it on your beautiful Teachable website. And the final training is all about launching your course. So now that you have your course, how do you get it out into the world? How do you get it out there, guaranteed success, and make sure that people actually sign up for it? So this covers everything from the different types of course launches, our magic formula for choosing revenue goals and pricing, how to generate a bunch of sales without being too salesy, on top of how to create your sales page on Teachable, easy way to set up your checkout sequence, our 30-day email launch plan, and everything else. Now, after going through all the lessons in this final training, you will have been able to launch your first course, enroll your first students, and generate real revenue. Now, there's also a ton of advanced strategies for growing and scale your business after your initial launch. And throughout all of the 4 core trainings, you're getting access to all of our checklists, templates, email scripts, launch calendars. So when you go through this, you go through all of it at your own pace, so it will easily fit into your schedule, even if you are busy. Now, plus, once you're done with the 4 core trainings, we have advanced live partner trainings as well. So every month we hold a brand new hour-long training with a successful partner course creator, and they go into detail about how they're growing their course business. So we cover everything from Facebook ads, filming course videos, crafting offers, and you'll get all of that for free with Teachable U. So one more thing, one more bonus is that if you join us today, you are going to get our replays from our 2018 Teachable Summit. So our summits, we do these twice a year. We have incredible folks come in and present to our audience, and the replays from these presentations are typically only available to people who join on the event itself. But we got special permission to give access to these replays to you as well. So this includes replays from Mariah Kaz, Alana Kevalia, Jessica Tor, Michelle Schroeder-Gardner, and more. So you're going to get all of those plus 6 additional workshops to keep growing your business. So when you sign up today, you get our monthly plan, which is $99, or if you'd like, you can pay annually to get $79 a month. Then we have Teachable U, which comes for free with Teachable paid plans. So all the 4 core trainings, plus the monthly live stream trainings, and the course creation checklists, templates, email scripts, and cheat sheets. Now, these are very valuable trainings, and you could pay $1,000 for them, and that would be a great investment. But when you, again, upgrade to our professional plan, which is $99 a month or $79 a month if you pay annually, we're going to give you all of this as a gift. Now, we do have one other plan. It's the basic plan. It's a little bit cheaper. and you will still get some bonuses. It has some features to help you get started, but the basic plan is really meant for folks who are just dipping a toe in the water. So there's things like a big transaction fee, delays in getting your payments, you can't use certificates, or do advanced things like full upsell capabilities. So the Pro plan is typically our most popular plan, and it's right for most people. So if you're ready for this, if you want to do this, if this makes sense for you now, click the button above to buy the bundle now, okay? But it still gets better. And I'm actually seeing some few upgrades come through already, so thank you to everyone who joins us. And let us know in the chat when you do join us so that we can give you a shout out and welcome you officially. But for those of you who are on the fence, I wanted to tell you about our money back guarantee. It's the world's best guarantee because you have 30 days. Go through everything, set up your school, download everything, and if by the end of that time you tell us Teachable isn't right for you, just let us know and we'll give you a full refund. No questions asked. This isn't like calling your cable company to cancel and they're like, I'm sorry, you can only cancel between Thursday at 1 p.m. and Thursday at 1:05 p.m. Goodbye, and then you hang up. No. So with Teachable, just shoot us an email and you can end your plan at any time and get a refund. It's really that easy. Now, this is our way of making it 100% risk-free so that everyone can create their courses, but it still gets better. There is one last thing. This is only available for a small group of people. So if you're watching this webinar right now and you upgrade to the Pro plan, so if you're watching this webinar right now and you upgrade to the Pro plan, you're going to get 8 weekly group coaching calls. So I lead these every week. You can come for any 8 weeks. It doesn't have to start immediately, so there's no commitment, but I lead these every week and they're incredible time. It's a small group, typically between 5 and 15 people. We learn more about each other's businesses, offer each other suggestions, help each other out. And then at the end of it, we set up an agenda for next week as well. So let me know if this sounds good to you. I would love to see you on one of these, and we're including 8 weeks for free when you join us today. So here's what other folks have said about Teachable. Abby, she says, I had created online courses before without much success. This time I just decided to launch it on Teachable. I just launched my first course and made $41,000 in sales. It's still a little bit crazy to me, and I cannot express how happy I have been with Teachable. Or Julie McCoy, she says, this week I finally hit the 5-figure mark with my first course launch. And here's my favorite part of the screenshot. 5 figures, it's $10,000 in revenue, 21 students. All she needed was 21 people who were saying, yes, I want to learn, for her to make $10,000. Do you think that you could convince 21 people to learn from you? When you look at it that way, it doesn't seem so hard. So if you think that you might be ready for this, if you're ready to try this out, then just select your plan above to get the bundle now. Now, when you upgrade, you're automatically going to get an email with all the details, and you'll get instant access to the bundle as well. Now, why is this offer so great? Why are we giving you this stuff for free instead of selling it to you? Here's the thing. We're a software company. So while we used to sell these trainings and make a lot of money that way, we found that in the long run, we make more money as a business when you are successful. When you're successful, you pay us more money. You stay for longer. You refer your friends and business partners. And the best way to make you successful is to give you this training. So we made a hard decision. We stopped selling training and instead started offering it for free to people who joined us on paid plans. So if you need help, by the way, we are here. We're standing by. Our customer support team is based right here in the United States with an office in North Carolina and an office in New York City, and we are here to help. On the Pro plan, you get live chat 7 days a week. On the basic plan, you have email tickets, which are awesome. They're great, but live chat is really nice and a little bit better. So that's the support options we have available. And here's the kind of effect we have on people's lives. So we just sent Angela a gift when she hit 10,000 students, and she posted this and said, I'm thankful for the awesome power of the internet, for a passion I get to share with my students, and for a platform that lets me do it my way. So with Teachable, with these bonuses, you're going to have everything you need to start your own online course. Now, our live Q&A it's starting now, and it's going for the next 15 minutes or so. So ask us your questions in the chat because we're ready to see you get started with confidence. It's all right, everyone. We're still here. We're still live. So ask us your questions. We're here to get this started. And wow, there's a lot of questions coming in the chat.
Yeah, my hands gave up halfway. So I'm sorry I didn't get around to everyone. But I was desperately trying to get around to everyone. So a few people are asking in terms of fees, like what are the fees? So we work with Stripe and PayPal, and they're the standard rates. And if you go with the professional plan, there's 0% transaction fee. If it's with basic, it's a 5% transaction fee. All that encompassing, I think if you were to go for basic plan and to use back office, which is a service of suites, you would still come away with something with a $100 course, like a $95 profit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Jeff says, can I upload a video that is 2.5 gigabytes? So the maximum file size is 2 gigabytes per media file. So there's no limit to the amount of files that you can add. So 2.5 is just over the limit. So you may have to break that video into 2. But again, there's truly no limit. And to give some context to other people, 1 gigabyte is about a full HD movie. So that is a very large size.
It's an enormous file.
Jeffrey, I'm so intrigued as to what you're trying to upload.
So Jeffrey, sometimes when you like output something from iMovie or other like built-in programs, it's like it makes it really, really big. So try it using a program called Handbrake.
Yeah,
Katie's going to drop a link into the chat. Yeah. Laura, the link is right above the video. The buttons are right above the video, Laura. There's nothing you need to do. You just need to click the button above the video to sign up. So Maureen, she has, and this is how you know this is live. We answer tough questions. So Maureen says, how safe is the course content in Teachable? I was able to copy and paste some info from the text box in a Teachable course. I don't want people to be able to, distribute the content. So Maureen, I know that this is a scary thing. The idea that someone can look at your content and then show it to someone else without telling you. But here's the thing. This is a dirty secret no one wants to tell you. If someone can see it, someone can steal it. Think of it like this. Let's imagine you want to publish a book. You go and you meet with the publisher and you sit down with the publishers and you're like, okay, this deal sounds fantastic. I can't wait to publish my book with you. But I'm very concerned. I found out that you can use a photocopier to photocopy every single page in this book and give it away for free. I demand an immediate action to make this not possible. Unfortunately, it's a little bit the same with an online course. Even if we were to spend millions of dollars trying to do advanced things to keep people from copying and pasting text, someone could just take out their phone and take a picture of the screen. So really, there is nothing that you can do beyond a few basic things, which Teachable does. We block people from downloading content. We lock everything behind a username and a password. But if someone is really determined to copy and paste text, we can't stop them from doing that. No one can. And if you think there's a platform out there that can, I would love to see them. Hollywood has paid tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars trying to make things undownloadable, and they always fail. So yes, what I would focus more on is getting people into your course, like bringing more people in, making more sales, because trying to keep yourself up at night being like, what if somebody copies and pastes my content? Gonna be a waste of your time and a waste of your energy and effort.
She says, are there landing pages included or should we be using ClickFunnels? Someone else was asking this earlier. I've blanked on the name. I'm really sorry. But you can use ClickFunnels, but personally, I wouldn't recommend it. It's an additional service that you would have to pay for. And quite frankly, we've optimized Teachable so that it increases sales transactions because like Cam was saying, that's how we become successful if you guys are successful. That's also why we created the entire our flagship course, Teachable U. But if you want to, you can, but our pages are optimized so that you can maximize your sales transactions, as well as using our single page, things like our single page checkout system, which means it can create an account and also have them pay at the same time, or if they already have paid with you, they won't have to re-enter their payment details. So simple things like that to reduce abandoning cart and increase sales count.
One thing that I would note is it's totally fine if you want to use ClickFunnels. Plenty of people do because they have some nice landing pages and stuff. But then at the end, like on the page, it's like buy now on ClickFunnels. The button on ClickFunnels, you just set it up so that it goes to Teachable checkout. So that way you can get some of the features you want from ClickFunnels, like their landing page builder, and you get the power of Teachable's courses and Teachable's checkout as well. Mary says, how do I get one of those donuts behind you? Mary, are you in the New York area?
Mary, I like where your head's at.
Okay,
good eyes. That's really funny.
So this is a good question from KL Allen. Says, really appreciate hosting. Thank you, KL, for joining us. Giuseppe says, which is the lowest income a course got? Giuseppe, there's plenty of courses that don't make any money, just like plenty of people start a business and do nothing with it. Plenty of people publish a book and sell no copies. A course is like any other business. You have to sell it.
Pat said, I saw your iPhone friendly. What about Android? Yep, so Teachable is optimized to all mobile phone devices if they're browsing on the web. So yes, we do have an iOS app. We don't have an Android app, but quite frankly, the majority of our students use us via a mobile web device.
Yeah. So Maureen says, can the currencies be set up so that it shows the currency of the person viewing the course? So Maureen, because there are international like currency transaction fees, we don't do that by default. We don't want to like show someone like in their currency and then you get like a transaction fee from the conversion. By default, you select the currencies that want to show up. So if you sell often to people in the US and in South Africa, you just add both prices. You'd have a pay in Rand or pay in USD. So that's what I would recommend setting up. Seraphin, yes, that should be possible with Zapier. Okay. So Giuseppe's average. So Giuseppe, it varies a lot based off of like, are you looking at the mean, courses, median, mode? Like of people who actually launch a course and make more than $1, I think the average people make is in the thousands. So however, there's a big group of people who don't do anything. They drag down the average. But if you launch your course and make more than $1, I think you're likely to make from there more than $1,000.
Also, we have large, say businesses, corporations who are just providing internal free training. So it varies massively because some people aren't even charging for their courses. So that's a big question.
Zoe says, is this deal available today? So Zoe, you can sign up for Teachable at any time, but only when you join us on the webinar do you get the additional bonuses as well.
Landy says, can users download course to view offline? Absolutely. You can just toggle on the option to download content if available. And actually, definitely do recommend because the more access your students have to the content, the more they're going to be immersed in it and enjoy it.
Adrian, FTP access. Adrian, you actually can upload files to Teachable via FTP. I don't think anyone has ever actually done this, but the capability exists. I didn't even know about it until a customer actually told me about it. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Like when I go to add a file here, I see one of the options is FTP. So you just need to put in your host name, username, and password, and you'll be able to grab stuff from FTP that way. But yeah, most people don't do that. Honestly, most of the time, it's just easier to upload from your computer or have things stored in Dropbox or Google Drive. But that option does exist, believe it or not.
I've actually never seen that used, but that's good to.
Ooh, Maureen says, can people pull out of the payment plan along the way? So Maureen, no, we block users from canceling subscriptions, and that's that. Now, if someone calls their credit card company and says, hello, I would like to cancel my credit card, we can't stop them from doing that. The credit card company will still do it. But as soon as their payment fails, we remove them from the course automatically.
Yeah. And actually, no apologies for the questions. Please keep them coming. We want to provide you with as much information as possible as well. So no need to apologize.
Clarissa says, can we restrict downloads for certain documents and videos and make them view only?
Yes.
Clarissa, yes, you can. However, if it's a document, they can just take a screenshot. If it's a video file, they can literally just take a video of it with their phone. So if you are very concerned about piracy, I'm sorry, there is no solution. It sucks, but guess what? It's just better to focus on your own customers. Please don't spend time worrying about this.
Watermark your videos.
Go ahead, watermark it. Drive people over to your site. But this is a big thing that people ask about, and it's really not something you should be concerned about. Londe says integration with WordPress sites available. Londe, absolutely. So what I'm just going to quickly share my screen. I'm going to show you some examples. So 52cards.com, they run this card magic course. Let me go to their main site, 52cards.com. This is a WordPress site. So I'm looking at this. This is a WordPress site right here. And when I want to go and look at their courses, I just go to instead courses.52cards.com. So I can go straight from their main site to their subdomain. And that's typically how we integrate with WordPress. Is you have your main WordPress site, like, mywebsite.com, and then you just go to courses dot or academy dot, something like that. All right, more copies or more questions in the chat here. Mohammed, yes. Mohammed, you can add your custom font even if it's an Arabic font. We've answered you several times. Yes, you can add your own custom Arabic font. Okay, so Lisa says, can you start and then upgrade. So Lisa, you can upgrade at any time. However, I really, really recommend at least upgrading for a little bit to take advantage of Teachable U. Teachable U is really helpful for when you're building your content. So for the people here saying like, can I build my content for free and then upgrade? It's like, sure, but then you're going to watch Teachable U and you're going to say, oh my God, there's so many things I want to change about my course now. I really should have watched this first. And you're going to spend way more of your time actually going back and editing and changing things. So please do it right the first time. I highly recommend upgrading and taking advantage of Teachable U. You can even downgrade a month into the future. It's fine with us. But please don't be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to upgrade later and everything. My course will be great. Teachable U is designed to help you even build your training, okay?
Clarissa says, cool, thanks. Bootlegging copies will suck in quality anyway. Yeah, generally.
Hungani says, can someone use a debit card? Yes. Whenever I say credit card, I mean credit and debit card. Credit and debit work the exact same way on Teachable. So yeah, as long as somebody has a bank card, a carte bleue or anything, they should be able to pay with Teachable.
Can I have special terms checkbox field at checkout? Yes, you can. You can absolutely create your own.
So Reedland says, I want to see what the actual course looks like for the user. Is there any way to see what this looks like? Well, absolutely. So you can actually preview the course. I'm going to show you how to do this right here. So I'm in my course right now, and all I need to do is click preview on the top right. Again, there's a preview button right here, and I'm inside the course, and I'm looking at it as a student. Now, I can still, I'm not a real student here, so because I'm an admin, normally, I have this set up so that I can't skip ahead. Remember, I enabled these compliance settings, but because I'm an admin, I can skip forward and I can go here. So if you want to see what it's really like, then I would just give yourself a coupon and enroll a test email for free. So give yourself a coupon and enroll a test email for free and go through it with that account. That's probably the best way to see it like a real student will see it.
If you've already upgraded, can you get the bonuses? Shoot us a note. I tell you what, I'll send you our support information and let us know and we can get you those.
Mallory says, my upgrade option only says basic at the top of the webinar. Mallory, I'm going to reply to you with a direct link to upgrade to pro. So Mallory, I'm going to reply to you with this link right here. So you should be able to upgrade just by clicking on that link.
Kathy says, would you be able to do this? Could you review the special today? Just like a recap of what we're offering today.
Ooh, but first, Laura wants to know how you access the course, and this is very important. Once you're in Teachable, once you've upgraded, accessing Teachable U is dead simple. Just make sure you've refreshed your page so that everyone that you're upgraded. Then just click the little Teachable U button down here. It looks like a building. So click on Teachable U. It's on the lower left, and you can access your Teachable U training right here. It's right there. So as for the bonus, I closed PowerPoint. I need to open that up back again. Sorry, give me 1 second, folks. One second, folks. I almost have it.
As you do that, yes, Ma, I love Zapier as well. The integration is great.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So when you sign up today, you get Teachable U, which is our own training program. On top of Teachable U, you get the course creation templates, email scripts, cheat sheets, and checklists, so all the resources. You get our 2018 Summit replays. And on Pro only, you get 8 weeks of live group coaching led by me with the Teachable team. I love that so much. It's really one of the best parts of my week. And I'm going to be out of the office tomorrow, and I need to find someone to do that. I just remembered that. I'm out of the office because it is Passover. Happy Passover to everyone tomorrow. So I need to definitely get that set up. Thanks for reminding me, people on the webinar.
Unfortunately, we are not compatible with SCORM.
Yeah, Mahmoud, we're not a SCORM LMS. Laura found it. Awesome, Laura.
Yay. Oh, good.
Okay, so Corey says, I missed the first half of this presentation. Corey, enjoy. You're going to get a replay automatically. Mm-hmm. Laura says, looking forward to the coaching calls too. It's worth it. People upgrade. I've got all the stuff and started to do it on my own or thought about it, and I was overwhelmed. Yeah, Laura, we're here to get rid of that feeling of overwhelm, okay? Mohammed says, what if I give live web conference? How can I integrate that on Teachable? Mohammed, normally people link to it. So if you have a Zoom meeting, you put a link in your course saying, click here to join our live training right here. Adrian says, is Google Analytics already integrated? So Adrian, it's built right into Teachable. Just go to settings, and then in settings, go to integrations, and then just check the box for Google Analytics and paste in your Google Analytics ID, and it'll show up right there. All right. Okay, so Dema says, can you talk a little bit in SEO and what kind of marketing you all offer to help young students? So Dema, we don't do marketing. We do not market your courses for you. We don't market your courses. We don't market your competitors' courses. How would you feel if you saw Teachable making Facebook ads for your competitors' courses? It's a nightmare. It's not what we do. We're a neutral service provider. It's up to you to do the marketing. So Teachable pages are SEO friendly. I recommend integrating them with your existing website to juice the SEO, like the rankings from your own website. But yeah, we don't market your courses for you because we don't market anyone's courses, not yours, not your competitors. We are a neutral service provider. We're not a course marketplace. Okay, so Lisa, so if you to take advantage of the upgrade, my restricted monthly fee. So Lisa, yes, you can do annual, but I'm going to share my screen with you because it's slightly annoying. I'm sorry about that. You actually need to do monthly and then switch to annual. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen. So basically, you're going to go through the steps above to sign up for like the pro monthly plan. So I'm gonna, I let's pretend I just went through the steps. Actually, I don't even have to pretend. I can like show you where it's from. So I'm watching this webinar. I'm gonna click Upgrade to Pro. I'm gonna click Login, and it'll be like Cam Quickstart, and it's like 41419 at teachable.com, I think. Hope I remembered my password here. Okay, it seems like I did not. Folks, this is why, oh wait, there we go. I've got it. Okay, fantastic. So you log in, you upgrade to the professional monthly plan. Great, I've done that. So then it's very easy. You just click on annual plan, and then you click the button that says switch to annual, and we will automatically give you a pro-rated discount. So for instance, if you just paid us $99, we would subtract that from the $948 so that you would only pay us, $949. Sorry, $849. So yeah, you can absolutely do this on annual, but you just have to upgrade to monthly first and then switch. All right. Good questions. Good question.
Rachel says, can you incorporate podcast links to the site via Lisbon? I'm actually not sure what that is, but I know you can definitely have audio clips. And
where did you see that question?
Rachel. I'm not sure what that is. Give me a sec. Okay, yeah, you can have a look.
Okay.
Most
Okay, so basically, yes. So Libsyn will work because I'm looking at Libsyn. I'm just going to drop in this link. So it looks like in Libsyn, you can embed like your audio. Yeah. So I just went to the Libsyn site. It looks like you can embed your podcast. So you would just embed your podcast into Teachable. Kathy, if you upgrade to basic, yes, you'll get Teachable U.
Indeed. So with any of our paid plans, you get access to Teachable U because it's there to help you be successful. We want you to be successful. So
Marine says, how long will the special last when you can still upgrade? So Marine, you're going to get the fast action bonuses, I think, for the next 20 minutes or so. As long as that button is still there above the video, you can still get the fast action bonuses. But when that button goes away, we leave the button up for a little bit after we finish the webinar, then we take it down. So I wouldn't think that button is going to be there for longer than 20 more minutes or a half hour. So Adrian, a good question. Can I add non-course pages, or do you recommend using a different platform for non-course pages? So Adrian, depends on your needs. I know that's a little bit of a wishy-washy answer, but Teachable's page builder is, it's really solid, but it doesn't have every feature. So if you need to make advanced pages with all these different different designs on them, like a carousel of images and stuff, I would use somewhere else. But if you're fine with simple pages that are quick and easy to build, then yes, that should be totally fine. Yeah, Dema, I just answered this out loud, so no, I'm not going to answer this again. I appreciate how inquisitive you are, though. Marine says, yikes, thank you, blessings for Easter. Happy Easter to you as well. It's a very important weekend this weekend, both for Jews and for those who celebrate Easter. Very exciting stuff.
Thank you, Clarissa. Great webinar. Thanks, Cam and Katie.
Thank you, Clarissa. Take care, okay? And all right, we'll take a few more questions before we wrap this up. What do you think, Katie?
Oh, yes. Maybe about the donuts, maybe about...
I do not want any more questions.
Happy Passover to y'all. I can't pull off that word, but I do like it.
Y'all.
Y'all. So to get in contact, you can get... Mohammed, I'll shoot you the details on how you can get in contact with us. So we offer 7 days a week support.
Danette, if you don't have to upgrade to the annual plan. You can pay us $99 a month forever if you want. The annual plan is a better deal though if you're going to be staying with us for a year or more. So it is in your incentive to switch to it if you're ready to commit.
Oh, which page is not found?
Yeah, Excel. I'm not sure what link you're looking at there, but let us know. Kathy, yes, if you upgrade to basic, you will get Teachable U. I'm sorry, folks, I'm about to sneeze. Ooh.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Axel, if we've already upgraded, but can we also get the bonus? Axel, reach out to our support team, support@teachable.com, and we'll see what we can do there. Anil says, can we change enroll course text? Anil, absolutely. That can be done in the custom text area, or you can change the enroll buttons. Anthony, that should come through I think within an hour typically. If you aren't seeing it in an hour, please reach out to our support team. We'll be sure to get you that. Billy says, is it possible to see how many similar topics are already on the platform? So Billy, no, you cannot search on Teachable for people already teaching your topic. You can't search on Teachable in general. Teachable isn't a course marketplace. It's like GoDaddy.com. You don't look on GoDaddy for other people's websites. GoDaddy is for your own website. But let me give you just a great blog article we have about doing research for your topic. Validate course topic, Teachable.
As you do that, Rachel, yes, a course can be translated into Spanish. You can have a course in any language that you want.
Okay. So good question. Michael, is there a coupon code for the plan? Michael, no coupon code necessary. We track this automatically. Anil, yes, you can change enroll course text. I'm not going to reply to this question again. We've answered it 3 times. Rachel says, do we do that or does Teachable offer support? Rachel, we do not translate your course for you. No way.
We would do a bad job of that.
Back in the day, I think we had an auto translate thing, which just used Google Translate, and guess what? It sucked, and people don't like it. Teachable, we speak lots of languages in the office, but we are not professional translators. It's not what we're here to do. So yeah, if you need your course translated, we're not going to do that for you. That is something you will have to do independently.
Okay, but can we have a bilingual site?
Kind of.
It's a little bit confusing for the end user, to be honest. I would recommend. Oh, whatever. Okay. You can do it because you could have your the text buttons. You can change it to have both English or to have the 2 languages that you're aiming to add. And then obviously with course content, there's no limit to the amount you have. So you could have, just as an example, you could have your English courses and your Spanish courses. But in terms of the interface, it is a little bit confusing having 2 of those languages. So I would recommend rolling out 1 at a time. You can always build on from there.
Yeah. Okay, there's a good question from well, no, it's not a question. Shillian says, thank you, have a great weekend.
Oh.
Thank you, Shillian, take care. And I'll rate maybe one more question, Katie. One more question before we wrap this up. Let's get one more question, and then we will end this webinar. It's been a lot of fun. What a good audience today. Oh, they're just so good, Katie. They're so good. Rafa says, K Butler says, merci, thanks guys. De rien, K Butler. Okay, Neil says, can we use different payment system? As long as you're on the Pro plan, you can take payment wherever you want, and you can automatically enroll people in Teachable. But then Rafa says, according to your experience, what content is suitable for membership site? So Rafa, according to your experience, so for me, I think what makes a good membership site is things that go beyond the courses. So when you subscribe to this membership site, you don't just get access to this course, you're also going to get access to, my weekly Facebook Q&As and stuff like that. So going beyond the courses, I think is a good idea. Mohammed asked about our mic and camera. So Mohammed, we are using pretty fancy mics. We actually just got these. These are Shure SM7B microphones. And those are plugged into a cloud lifter, and that is plugged into a Focusrite Scarlett audio interface. And then finally, the camera that we're actually using, we used to just have a little DSLR. So the video for the DSLR looks like this. Sorry, the video for the webcam we used to have looks like this. You see it's a little bit bright, not super detailed. Now we have a real DSLR, which we've hooked up to the computer instead. And it's wow, look at that quality. Plus, you can even zoom in and do these really intense shots. Hello, it's me, your webinar host. Very, very fun stuff like that. I'm going to zoom back out.
No, you're not going to keep it like that.
No, I don't think so. But believe it or not, I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. So Maureen, sorry. So our blog system is pretty simple. It's pretty easy to use. I would recommend checking out a support article on this. Honestly, it goes into way more detail than we can today. Rachel is going to sign up later today. Now back to living the Vegas lifestyle. Rachel,
doing it right, Rachel.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Enjoy Vegas.
Really funny.
All right, it's time to wrap this up though. So on behalf of myself.
And for me.
On behalf of everyone here at Teachable, thank you so much for your time today, because at the end of the day, there are lots of people interested in online courses, but not many people who will actually take the time to learn. But you guys did. So on behalf of myself.
And for me.
And from everyone else here at Teachable, thank you so much to everyone, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. All right. Take care, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.